All right, given the state of the economy, such as it is right now, some of you are going to be stuck in your current home for a long time, for some time anyway. If the market ever rebounds to the point where you can sell it, you definitely do not want your property to just sit on the market. We're joined now by Peter Murphy, CEO of Home Encounters. Been with us before here. Peter, it's good to see you again.
Thank you.
The idea here is if you take care of your home, it's going to be a long-lasting asset. We've known that for a long time, right? But let's talk about some of the worst possible things that you can do to your home if you want it to keep its value.
Well, we always look at 5 major things that people do to their homes, which are just real problems for them. It creates all kinds of problems for them on the resale, which is really where you recoup your value. Number 1, unpermitted improvements. You know, it might seem like a great idea to brick in that garage or brick in that screen porch on the back, but if you go forward and you make improvements to your home that you think no one will ever know about, and then you go to try and sell that home with that unpermitted improvement attached to it, you're going to have all kinds of problems. That appraiser is going to come through your home and they're going to see that extra square footage, and they're going to go to potentially to the county permitting office, and you could be red tagged. You could be forced to tear out those unpermitted improvements if you don't go through the correct tracks and do it right. So watch out for that one. Number 2, it's always amazing to me that I'll go into a $300,000 home in a lovely area and I'll see all kinds of things that have just not been kept up with, and I'm talking about cosmetic improvements. Folks haven't replaced carpets, they haven't painted walls, they haven't updated kitchens and bathrooms, and they've lived in this home for 20 years, and so clearly all of those things needed to have been improved over time while preferences and styles have changed. They just haven't done it. Got to watch out for that one. It can be a big expensive item. Number 3, not keeping up with maintenance. It's always a critical thing when you discover a roof leak or a termite infestation or an electrical plug sparking. If you don't watch out for those items and they get worse, it can really cost you a lot of money to fix them in the long run. There's all kinds of things that are like that. You see it in older homes especially, and when you see it, you gotta really know that those folks just haven't taken care of a home like they should. Number 4, not watching the condition of the neighborhood. It's a big problem when you're taking great care of your property but no one else around you is, and you might have great pride of ownership, but if you don't see that your neighbors have that same pride of ownership, you might find yourself with a community that just hasn't kept up with yours when you go to sell it 10 years from now. So watch for that and make sure that you're preparing to sell when the market starts to turn. And last of all, it's a small thing, but it can have a big financial impact: homestead exemption. If you haven't applied for a homestead exemption, you're going to find that your taxable value is far higher than it should be. So make sure that you apply for that homestead exemption as soon as you can. That way you can start taking advantage of that great savings as early as possible.
Well, those are all great suggestions. I forgot about looking at the neighborhood, making sure you're keeping up with what everybody else is doing, right? Now, look here, in a lot of households here, money is really tight. Families might have to prioritize when it comes to where to spend the money to do all these things that we have to do. How do you pick and choose, or is there one thing you have to do to make sure you keep your house in order?
Well, if money is really tight, then just make sure that you're actually doing the preventative maintenance that you need to do to be a responsible homeowner. That's things like this. Make sure that that roof leak is patched and that you're not letting water into that property to really damage and deteriorate it. Make sure that you're actually staying on top of those termites and those pests that might be eating your wood in your home. Make sure that you're sealing around windows and around sinks and other areas where the water can get in and really cause damage. If you do nothing but carefully maintain what you own, then when you go to sell that home, a savvy buyer is going to see that, and they're not going to discount you as much as they would if they see all those kind of damages adding up. Then your property becomes distressed real estate, and it starts to be comparable to foreclosures, and that's what you want to avoid above all.
Yeah, and I think given the depreciated state of the economy, if you don't do something here to really make your house stand out, you've got a real problem here.
That's exactly right. And you know, it doesn't take all that much these days. Just stay on top of these items, differentiate your house a little bit from all the distressed real estate out there, and you shouldn't have too much of a problem selling in this market right now.
Well, wish us all good luck here.
I do.
Thank you very much, Peter. Peter
You're
Murphy.
welcome.
Thanks, Kelly.